Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Today is Wednesday, 19th day of March 2025. I was watching what was happening to Nigerian soldiers. I was sharing tears. The video is not what I can share here because of YouTube community guidelines, okay? But I can send it to people as usual through WhatsApp. Now, I was watching how they were shooting on their head. They were beheading them. So I was wondering and asking myself a question. If Bokóharam ISWAP could capture soldiers like this and they started beheading them, started killing them, tie their hands at the back, just like the picture you are seeing on the screen right now. So if soldiers could go through something like this, do you really think that you're civilian ranting, talking rubbish online, thinking that nothing is going on in this country, do you think you have any chances of defending yourself? If these people could invade military sites, military camps, they seize everything, they take the soldier and go and behead them, do you think you have any chances of defending yourself? It is time for you to reflect. It's a sober reflection, however, for you to understand the future that is waiting for everyone who do not understand what is going on in Nigeria right now. Okay, this is not what people bargain for, but it is good we talk the reality on ground, because our mainstream medias are occupied with things that does not matter. But the things that matter, we don't really talk about it. Now, the article reads from Sahara Reporters that breaking ISWAP terrorists release gruesome video of set members executing 3 Nigerian soldiers in Yobe. Now, one thing about ISWAP that I do not understand is this. Who is their cameraman? Who is the one videoing? Because I have videos of ISWAP getting to 12. Any attack they carry out, they will film it. It means dominance. It means these people are in full control, because a terrorist who is just hiding cannot be carrying camera videoing everything they are doing. These people are in charge. I watch all their videos, even when they invade Red Cross Society, Army Barrack and Police Barrack at the same time. They were videoing it. I said, what is going on? So that is what is happening today, that ISWAP terrorists releases gruesome videos of set members executing 3 Nigerian soldiers in Yobe. Reminding you that I talk about this Yobe time without number. And I complained seriously when saying Tinubu went to Yobe, was campaigning for his dad. He talks a lot of things, praising his dad. And when he left, Bokóharam gave about 9 communities ultimatum to relocate within 7 days. I was expecting that if Tinubu is not a terrible president, Tinubu is supposed to, declare a state of emergency in Yobe State, that terrorists is coming to ask citizens to evacuate their land and nothing is going on. The government is accomplice. You can't tell me otherwise. The government must be accomplice to keep quiet, remain silent in the face of these things that is going on. It's a pity. Now, let us go into the details of this article. It reads that the Islamic State-backed faction of Bokóharam, the Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP, formerly known as Jamaat As-Sunnah Nidawa wa Jihad, has released a video showing the execution of 3 Nigerian soldiers. In part of the video seen by Sahara Reporters, the soldiers were shot dead by the insurgents with guns. As I said before, while watching this video, you will feel so bad. You see, the soldiers at this moment are at the mercy of the terrorists. Imagine terrorists tie the soldier's hand to the back. They are telling the soldiers, say your last prayer. Then what is the fate of the civilians? What is your fate? You that don't even have catapult in your house. What is your fate? We are living a terrible nation, and the destiny of this country could, eat up everyone in it. Nigeria has no future. Now, let's continue with the article. It reads that the incident, Sahara Reporters land occurred on March 15, 2025 in Yobe. And that was the exact day the ultimatum was given to these people to relocate out of their ancestral land. The soldiers were said to have been captured in Kamuya and Azare area of the state. The video showed the 3 men leaning in a field and introducing themselves as members of the Nigerian security forces before masked men in fatigues opened fire on them. It's terrible. Since the death of the JS leader, Abubakar Shekau, ISWAP has been consolidating its grip in locations around Lake Chad. The sect membership has swollen with the defection of hundreds of Bokóharam fighters under Shekau. The Nigerian army has repeatedly claimed that insurgency had been largely defeated and frequently underplays any losses. The terror group has caused over 100,000 deaths and displaced millions of people, mainly in Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe State. The end of the article from Sahara Reporters. Now, what I want to tell people is that as you see everything that is going on in Nigeria, everybody that has brain to think must be looking for alternative. No matter where you come from, no matter your region, no matter your state, this entity called Nigeria is going to end a lot of people. It's going to end a lot of people. Look at what is going on in Edo State. The rate of insecurity, boom. But I don't feel bad for anybody because the information is always passed before such a thing occurs. Now, there are a lot of attacks going on in Delta State right from time. But there will be a very terrible attack that is coming to Delta State. Why? Because we have information again that these people are trooping to Delta State. Mark today's date. Mark what is going to happen from next week onward. You will see the report of several attacks that will be coming. But security agencies, they are aware of all these things. They can't say they are not aware. So how did the information get to people like us who don't know anything? How did the information get to us? If it doesn't pass through the security agencies, they are aware. What happened in Plateau State on the eve of 2023 Christmas, where a letter was sent to communities in Plateau State that they are coming to kill them. The military saw the letter, the police saw the letter, it was circulated even online. And on that day, the villagers gave the military 33 distress call. Nobody answered. The following day, their governor travel to Lagos to visit Tinubu while their people are dying. Nigerians, let me tell you, your governments, I mean the officials, the elected, representative could be governor or appointed. They don't mean well for you. These people don't mean well for you. All they want is just the resources, the money, building houses and mansions, buying mansions all over the world. That is just what they stand for. And everybody who is still thinking that one day this country is going to get better, you are just dumb. And IBB refers to someone like you in his book, when you check page 331 and page 336, as a dumb people who are badly educated. Says that people who are deceiving you are the influencers, the media, and the government. IBB wrote all those things in his book because Nigerians are dumb. So they don't think, they don't ask questions. Anything you give them, they take. They don't even reject, they don't oppose, they don't know their left and their right. But it is so unfortunate, and may the souls of all these soldiers rest in peace.
There are so many issues on this matter. The first foundation to lay is that Nigeria is not a united country, despite all the pretenses. We are not South since 1914. It has not changed. The North, at the flip of a switch, they are able to shout Northern interest. The Southerners are laid back, hoping that, oh, we are civilized. We don't want to talk about tribalism. Tribalism is at play. We are pretentious about this matter. Look, the North has taken us for a ride for too long. They foisted federal character on Nigeria over 40 years. They foisted quota system over Nigeria over 40 years. Have they benefited from it? Only the tiny clique in the North is holding the whole country to ransom. It's enough time for Nigeria to wake up. We are not together, North plus South. Now they are talking the elite, the few elite in the North. Like if feeding bottle is going to be removed from their mouth. That's what they are doing. They are shouting. They are forming a group now. Lead of Northern Democrats. The governor of Bauchi was talking. They won't be able to pay salaries again. They won't be able to do that. Look, the North has damaged Nigeria fundamentally with this attitude. Who are the Nigerians who are now Japan now? They are Southerners. The South invested in education massively in the 50s and the 60s. The products now are being driven out of Nigeria. Can you find the Fulani man in London or in New York practicing medicine, practicing engineering? It's Yoruba, the Igbo, Southerner that are marginalized. It's time to call the bluff of the North. Not because we even support what Tinubu is doing, but we have to converse about Nigeria. Nigeria is not, we are pretentious. Let's go to the brass tacks. That's why we are calling for regionalization. The North is separate from the South. That's just the truth. That's just the truth, unless we are deceiving ourselves. There are many issues about the tax reform. Look, the president is not focusing in the right direction. Just one item alone, inheritance tax. The North has a different perspective on Sharia. The Southwest have different customs. The East have different approach. By trying to do a unitary tax system, when we are all having a different flavor of life, is that not a voyage to nowhere? Tax bill is not the reform that we want. The country has to be reorganized and let all of us live separately, but as good neighbors. As good neighbors. We are different. It's just a fact. We can gloss over it from here to eternity. Let me just stop there right now.